Let's talk about the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Okay, so here's the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens for the micro four thirds. I just did a real quick little test of everything I could really think of to show you guys how it responds or whatever. Right now the sun is like, we're about at golden hour, a little before that. I took the lens out on the Lumix GX85. I did a time lapse. I did it with this camera, the G7. I basically just ran it through some tests. I had to use the ND filter. I have the K and F concept variable ND on there. Some of the shots I used in the garage, and that was the darkest I could find of a place, and it looked like it was just clear daylight even with the ND filter on. I took the ND filter off just so you could see kind of what that was like. A little too bright actually, but out here it actually absolutely needed, I had to have it all the way turned up. I think it's 32 stops or something, and I had to use it. It was just f1.4 is too bright. It's letting way too much light in. So anyway, the shots I took some photos and I took some video. I kind of just wanted to see the panoramic view that it would give, and I looked over the edge of the parking structure onto the freeway. I did that with the G7 and the GX85 for just kind of a panoramic thing, as well as the time lapse. After that, I wanted to see what it would look like, the depth of field you'd get, even with objects that were pretty close. So I put a couple lenses on my roof of my car, and they were about maybe like 7-8 inches apart from each other. It like, it super blurs out that background, that f1.4 with the ND all the way up. Just, you can see for yourself, it was just like ridiculous how if you're close to a subject, that background is just going to basically blur right out. Right there is worth it to me for the money, but let's continue. So I had the autofocus set on the GX85, and it was kind of like hunting a little bit. I had one test where, hello, I'm here. Oh, that's fine. I'm doing YouTube. I'm recording right now. I did the shallow depth of field with objects about 8 inches apart, and that was like, it actually blew my mind in camera. I haven't taken it in post yet, but how blurry I could just tell in the little LCD screen on the GX85. I did some walking tests with it. The autofocus was set on fast autofocus, and I'm not sure, the Panasonic cameras aren't really known for fast autofocus, but this actually did fairly well. I took it in the car with the fast autofocus and just did some close-ups of the dangly things I have in my rearview mirror. It did really well transitioning to the couple inches difference of that. So I kept it wide open pretty much the whole time. I did the close-ups. I did some like shots of my hood and how close you can get to things for kind of like a macro type shot. All in all, it was just like, it was an impressive little test run I did. I wanted to see, if there was any bokeh in some photos I took, and you guys can kind of just see for yourselves what this lens can do. One caveat, it is heavy. If you're used to shooting micro four thirds, this thing is like, basically like, if you're used to carrying around a 2-pound weight, it's now a 10-pound weight. It's definitely got some heft to it, and when I heard the reviews about how heavy it was before I bought it, and I was like, yeah, whatever, until I like stuck it out in a vlog style, and the thing, it was heavy. So that's just one thing to be aware of, but not a big problem. Totally worth it still. Thanks for watching. I'm out.